Welcome back, everyone, to the St. Johns County Chamber Radio Hour. This is Ed Dwyer of Dwyer Advisory here with Scott Maynard. Just spent some wonderful time hearing about Code Ninjas over the first couple of sessions. And, boy, I tell you what, everybody, listen to that one again if you can, and follow up with Ryan Clark and learn how you can get your children into an amazing program. But now we're going to talk about something completely different, and it has to do with St. Johns County is going to have an inaugural legislative day at the Capitol. So Joel Sneed is here with the county, and Laurel Berntsen is here as well. So, Scott, why don't you talk about what this is all about?
Yeah, so we are so excited from the Chamber's perspective to be co-sponsoring this event with a number of other organizations throughout the county, and it is just so vitally important. It is going to allow St. Johns County to showcase all about St. Johns County in Tallahassee, on the plaza at the Capitol, but there's a lot more to it as well. So I want to bring in these folks to talk a little bit more about that. So Joel, can you tell us a little bit about the origin of St. Johns County Legislative Day at the Capitol and how this got started?
Yeah, absolutely, Scott. This Legislative Day actually occurred in St. Johns County probably about 20 years ago. Then for some reason it just dropped by the wayside. And last year, when we were up there for a legislative session, we're actually talking to Representative Sept, and he asked us, why we don't bring this back to the Capitol. So we came back to the county and planned on it. We said that's a wonderful, great thing. So at his request and a blessing of the county administrator and Board of County Commissions, we decided to stand this back up, and we're going to take it back out to the Capitol, and we're going to show all the state legislators the great and wonderful things about St. Johns County, all the culture, all the music, all the food. We're blessed to live here, and we want everybody in the Capitol to know what we got to offer.
And Laurel, I know you are helping coordinate this mass chaos and coming up with who's going to be represented and how we're going to do that. Talk a little bit about what your vision is for that day.
We came up with the theme first in culture, so we want to really embody the culture of St. Johns County. When we thought of that, we thought of food, drink, fun. We're going to have music out there. We have Smoke and Spencer's will be catering his barbecue, a little bit of Menorcan flavor, hopefully thrown in there. San Sebastian Winery has donated their wine, so we can bring that out and showcase that on the steps of the Capitol. And then we're still finding musicians to join us out there. We are hoping for acoustic style singers to showcase the music that you can find around St. Johns County at any given time.
And we're also going to be, my understanding is we're going to be showcasing opportunity in St. Johns County as well. So having a focus on ag, because ag is so important to our county, and healthcare and manufacturing, all of those areas, just really being able to showcase what we do here.
Yes, ag is definitely a huge part of that. We have the help of Hastings Main Street assisting with that, and our agritourism friends, hopefully local farmers, will be able to bring out and show them, so have some crops that they have. And we're really relying on Hastings Main Street, and Prissy Fletcher under Joel is going to spearhead the agritourism part of St. Johns County Day for us.
So who all is going on this trip? Sounds like there's going to be a fair number of people.
Yeah, we're going to, of course, all the sponsors will be there that we've asked to help participate to bring the show out to Tallahassee. It's going to be all, we understand this is a unified event between the St. Johns County, the city of St. Augustine, the city of St. Augustine Beach. This is a unified effort to bring the whole county back out to Tallahassee. So each representative of the Board of County Commissioners will be there. The county administrators will be there. And then, of course, all of our delegation that represents St. Johns County will be there. And when we get to the courtyard, any of the legislators that are participating in the session will also come down and participate and walk through all the events that we set up for them to see.
And Joel, that's an excellent point, because the showcase on the plaza is just a portion of this, but the reality is it also gives our delegation and our citizens here an opportunity to interact with not only our delegation, but also other key officials and leaders in Tallahassee that are making laws and making decisions that potentially directly affect St. Johns County. So that's an important aspect of this too as well.
Yes, sir. There may be a law or a bill that's going through that's not exactly being supported or opposed by our delegation, but might be a member of another delegation, South Florida, whatever, so they'll get a chance to interact with them also.
It also comes at a time where our legislative group are all pretty young.
Yes, they are.
It's their rookies all.
And this is their second year, so they're gaining traction.
Yeah.
And we're really expecting a good year. And I would be amiss if I didn't mention the alligator farm will be participating with us. When I think of culture and things wonderful in the county, so thank you to them.
Yeah. And when you talk about those relationships and our delegation, it is important from their perspective that they see our support as well. I think that really helps provide them leverage and opportunities.
Absolutely. Like I said, when we went out there, this was actually at the request of Representative Sept. He wants St. Johns County. He wants us to come out there and set up on the courtyard. And we all know this is a wonderful county. We've got so much to offer. We've got 43 miles of ocean. We got historic St. Augustine. We got TPC. He wants us to come out there and set up on that courtyard and show all things great to St. Johns County, because it'll help our delegation bring funds back to us, much needed funds.
And speaking of much needed funds, I know you guys are looking for additional sponsors and participants to take advantage of this. If somebody wanted to sponsor this event, how would they go about doing that?
Please have them reach out to us. We have stjohnscountyday.com, which should have a contact button and some contact information, email or telephone number. We're happy to speak with anyone who wants to participate in any capacity. We're looking for obviously monetary donations, but in-kind sponsorships as well. And we just want bodies out there. We want people who are passionate about this day. And, the more the merrier, literally. We want a great party to show people what St. Johns County is all about.
And we're starting to plan early. This day is going to be February 5th. There'll be a evening event on February 4th, the night before, but then the main day on February 5th as well. So, and we're just really looking forward to this. I think this, again, as a former elected official in another town, I was telling Ed earlier this week, we participated in events at our state capitol as well as in D.C., and it was just so meaningful and helpful to meet those individuals that were in leadership, but also meet the other people behind the scenes, their staff people, to understand who do I need to call if I have a question about this, and just putting a face with a name is really extremely helpful as we do the day-to-day business of St. Johns County, City of St. Augustine, City of St. Augustine Beach. Those are all critical in Tallahassee.
Yeah, and when you go, you obviously have to have kind of a hit list of topics that are really critical. So what might those be? I know it's still a few months out, but...
Yeah, it's a far-ranging event, and honestly, the Board of County Commissioners will make our legislative priorities. And they listen to their constituents. Yep. They listen to their constituents, and they'll give us that'll be the driving factors when we go up there. It can be across the board, from transportation to conservation to roads, public safety. We were fortunate enough, I think 2 years ago, to get $7.5 million to help fund a fire rescue training ground. So it could run the whole gamut. It's what the constituents are driving, what the Board of County Commissioners are listening to, and then they give the directive for us to go out there and pursue those efforts.
And that is, again, really helpful for everyone. So I am looking forward. I've been to a couple of days on the plaza when I worked in Tallahassee. The city of Tallahassee had an event, and Florida State University had an event, or all the educational institutions there had an event as well. But it is a great and open, inviting experience. So I'm excited to see what we do and what we bring to the plaza that day. I keep envisioning a big wagon full of potatoes and cabbage. Exactly. And I don't think we can put the mow down mowers up there, but maybe, we might could pull one from FCTC and
I believe Joel has a surprise from the Marine Rescue coming out.
Yeah, it's the Ocean Lifeguard. They're going to bring out one of their rescue jet skis with a rescue sled on the back of it, so hopefully we can use that as a backdrop for pictures. The sheriff's going to come out and bring a lot of his, we won't call them cool toys, but a lot of the attractions. We are going to work out, we're going to bring a lot of vegetables out. The agricultural history in St. Johns County is unbelievable. We're going to educate the legislators of how Hastings got his name Hastings because he's related to Henry Flagler. It just goes, it's far-reaching, so we want to bring all that out there and keep everybody entertained.
So for people hearing this, and you said anyone's kind of welcome, maybe a little bit more about that. Just so like somebody is a business owner, and they're welcome to join, I think you're saying, or do they have to be a sponsor, or how does that work?
We are certainly looking for sponsors, but we also do want any business to come out there. We would love to have them show their face, on the steps of the Capitol, but we do need sponsorships to make that happen.
So we're listening to Joel Sneed and Laurel Berntsen. And so, Laurel, maybe one more time for people to say, wow, okay, I do want to hear more about this. Where do they go?
Go to stjohnscountyday.com and visit us on Facebook and Instagram. We'll be happy to answer any questions through both of those.
Perfect. All right. Well, so it's months away, so we'll hear more about this. But I applaud the county for getting well out ahead and making sure this is really going to be, an impactful time for the county to celebrate so much that we have here to be able to show. So that's great. So with that, Scott, we're going to come back for another segment. So Laurel's staying with us because she is also involved with a new chamber member. And you probably maybe have been to an event so far there. I know I have, but it's at the Ancient City Farmstead at St. Mark's Pond and also Old City Occasion. So we'll be back with Laurel in a moment.